Good afternoon, baseball fans, and thank you for tuning in to today's Camden Conference baseball game between the Renville County West Jaguars and the Lakeview Lakers. Our first pitch is set for 4:30 p.m. today. The Lakers have taken their infield, or RCW is taking theirs right now. Let's look at today's starting lineups for both teams, beginning with the Renville County West Jaguars. Leading off be the pitcher, number 1, Griffin Howard. Batting second, the center fielder, number 4, Tucker Fredine. Batting third, the catcher, number 5, Austin Rice. Batting fourth in left field, number 14, Jacob Savig. Batting fifth and third base, number 7, Connor Peterson. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 24, Kason Arterburn. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 13, Hampton Hebrink. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 2, Jacob Valdovinos. And batting ninth in right field, number 8, Braylon Hendricks. And that's the starting lineup for the Renville County West Jaguars and their head coach, Steve Agri. For the Lakers, they're going to lead off with the catcher, number 15, Tegan Newman. Batting second, the pitcher, number 4, Kyler Post. Batting third, the shortstop, number 3, Braylon Breifogel. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 5, Logan Herrick. Batting fifth in left field, number 2, Dylan Cairn. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 11, Easton Schmidt. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 17, Brooke Smith. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 12, Jared Luwaji. And batting ninth in right field, number 14, Connor Mosing. And that's the starting lineup for the Lakers and their head coach, Kurt Shakey. Both teams come into today's game looking for their first win of the season. Renville County West comes in with a record of 0-14. Lakers are 0-13. Both teams are set to play on Saturday. The Jaguars drew the Dawson Boyd Blackjacks, and they'll play them at 11 a.m. in Dawson on Saturday. And the Lakers drew the Sting of YME, and they will play YME on Saturday at 11 a.m. in Granite Falls. So the first round of the playoffs are set. But today's game is just a game for both teams to try to get a little momentum going into the playoffs, as both teams are seeking their first win of the 2025 season. So again, thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. You're watching the Renville County West Jaguars take their infield right now. The Lakers have completed theirs. After the Jaguars are finished with their infield, then the coaches will meet with the umpires, and after that we'll have our starting lineups and play ball. I'm going to step away. We're going to run a little commercial break, and I'll be right back.
Steady. Reliable. Strong. The same things you want from your sports team, you want from your insurance company. Well, we're here to tell you that we've got your back to protect what matters most. So support your mutual with pride, and we'll serve you with honor. North Star Mutual Insurance Company, a personable company, keeping you on course. Proud supporter of Lakeview Athletics.
Did you know the Lakeview Booster Club supports the communities of Cottonwood and Wood Lake in addition to supporting the Lakeview School District? The mission of the Booster Club is to be a supporting organization for all Lakeview extracurricular, co-curricular, and Lakeview-affiliated enrichment programs. The Lakeview Booster Club is proud to be the main supporter of all Lakeview athletic, fine arts, and school activity live streams. Please consider supporting the Lakeview Booster Club by scanning our QR code on the screen or visiting lakeviewboosterclub.com.
We're just country boys and girls getting down on the farm. You can have a lot of fun in a New York minute, but there's some things you can't do inside those city limits. I ain't no closing time, I ain't no cover charge, just country boys and girls getting down on the farm.
The Schaefer's 5 generations of towing began in 1920 in Renville, a small town in western Minnesota. It all started with one tow truck and a phone number that was only 3 digits long. Today, the Schaefers provide towing and roadside services across the nation and have over 100 pieces of equipment. Everyone asks me where the Pulver name comes from. My great-grandpa purchased Pulver Towing in the 1980s and chose to keep the name. The Schaefers and Pulver Towing have provided services for over 100 years, and we will continue to be there when you need them most. Pulver Towing. Big or small, we tow them all.
First independent bank, big enough to know business, small enough to know you.
And we're back in the warm-up period of today's game between the Renville County West Jaguars and the Lakeview Lakers. Earlier, before the break, we did run down the starting lineup, so we'll put that graphic up there for you. Your game is slotted to start at 4:30 p.m. Today's umpires or officials are Ed Watts and Jackson Losick. The Jaguars come in today's game with a record of 0-14. Lakers 0-13. Both teams looking for their first win of the 2025 season. Not a particularly top 10 spring day today. We got a 50-degree temperature with a 10-mile-an-hour wind out of the northwest. So that's blowing in pretty much from center field to home plate, making it just a little bit chillier out. It looks like the Jaguars are completing their infield. And then I don't see any umpires yet, so we'll have to wait for the umpires to show up to have the meeting of the minds behind home plate. Then once they're complete, we'll have our starting lineups, and then we're going to play ball. Well, the Section 3A tournament is set. On Saturday, the Jaguars are going to travel to Dawson Boyd to take on the travel to Dawson to take on the Dawson Boyd Blackjacks at 11 a.m. The Lakers are going to travel to Granite Falls to take on the YME Sting at 11 a.m. So today's game has no impact on seeding, just momentum going into that final game. We do know that both teams are not going to have their pitcher out there very long. If they throw 76 or more pitches, that will take them out of contention on Saturday. Oh, I'm going to step away 1 second here.
We got changes already. No, it's all positional. Peterson is now pitching. Howard split his finger open. So Howard will go to short. Rice to third. And Hebrink to catch. Okay, thanks, Phil.
All right, so we have a couple changes already for the Jaguars. So give me a second here. I'll step away while I do this. All right, now our new changes are live, so just positional changes. Griffin Howard was set to pitch. He is now going to be playing shortstop. Austin Rice was going to catch. He is now at third base. Connor Peterson was at third base. He is now going to pitch. And Hampton Hebrink is going to move from shortstop to catcher. So 4 defensive changes before the game even starts. Sounds like Griffin Howard did something to his finger, so he is unable to pitch today. And so what I was saying before, head coach Steve Agri came over here and gave me those changes. The max that the pitchers can throw today are 75 pitches. That'll give them a 2-day rest, so then they would be available for pitching on Saturday. So we will not see any pitchers go over 75 pitches. Just a guess on my part. I know that's Renville County West Jaguars strategy, and I would imagine Lakeview's the same. I didn't get a chance to talk to Kurt Shaky about that before the game. Well, both teams completed their infield super fast. So now we're just waiting for the umpires to show up so we can play some baseball here at the Lakeview Athletic Complex in Cottonwood, Minnesota. So again, we thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast of Camden Conference Baseball. This is our final stream of the 2024-2025 season. Running our camera today, we'll have Trey Justison. And on the scoreboard is going to be Tom Hins. My name is Phil Lallum. We hope you enjoy this broadcast and all of our broadcasts throughout the school year. And we hope you subscribe to our channel, hit like, click on the notification, the bell, so that you can get notified every time we go live. You don't want to miss any action here at Lakeview. So while we're waiting for the umpires to make their way down to the field, I'm going to step away and you can peruse the starting lineups as they set up on your screen there. And we'll be back with the starting lineups. As you can see, our coaches are meeting with the umpires, Ed Watts and Jackson Losick. And then once they're done, we're going to meet our starting lineups for today's game between the Renville County West Jaguars and the Lakeview Lakers. Good game for both teams to try to build a little momentum going into Saturday's playoff game. Jaguars are taking on the Blackjacks of Dawson Boyd. The Lakers taking on the Sting of YME. Both teams here looking to get their first win of the season. That's why I'm saying picking up today's win will give you a little bit of momentum going into the playoffs, and you just got that good feeling. You got a taste of victory, and you know what it takes. So we'll see which team can come out on top today. Both teams are going to throw a platoon of pitchers, as they don't want to exceed the 75 pitch count. Probably don't even want to get that close. Want to make sure those arms are nice and fresh on Saturday. It's important to win that first game, because you win, you move on. If you lose, you're done. You got to win to get into the double elimination part of the tournament. Looks like they're done. We're going to meet today's teams in 1 second here. Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to the Lakeview Athletic Complex for today's Camden Conference baseball game between the Renville County West Jaguars and your Lakeview Lakers. Let's meet today's starting lineups, beginning with the Renville County West Jaguars. Leading off at shortstop, number 1, Griffin Howard. Batting second, the center fielder, number 4, Tucker Fredine. Batting third, the third baseman, number 5, Austin Rice. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 14, Jacob Savig. Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 7, Connor Peterson. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 24, Kason Arterburn. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 13, Hampton Hebrink. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 2, Jacob Valdivinos. Batting ninth in right field, number 8, Braylon Hinderks. And that's the starting lineup for the Renville County West Jaguars and their head coach, Steve Agri. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Lakers. Leading off, the catcher, number 15, Tegan Newman. Batting second, the pitcher, number 4, Kyler Post. Batting third, the shortstop, number 3, Braylon Breifogel. Batting fourth, and third baseman, number 5, Logan Herrick. Batting fifth, in left field, number 2, Dylan Karen. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 11, Easton Schmidt. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 17, Brooke Smith. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 12, Jared Luwaji. And batting ninth in right field, number 14, Connor Mosing. And that's the starting lineup for the Lakers and their head coach, Kurt Shaky. The officials for today's game, Ed Watts and Jackson Losick. Lakers and Jaguars, let's play ball. And there's our starting lineups are now complete. Lakers are taking the field. Run down the defensive alignment for the Lakers in the outfield. From left to right, Dylan Karen, Brooke Smith, and Connor Mosing. In the infield, from left to right, Logan Herrick, Braylon Breifogel, Easton Schmidt, and Jared Luwaji. Behind the plate, Tegan Newman, and today's starting pitcher, number 4, Kyler Post. The Jaguars are going to send up Griffin Howard, Tucker Fredine, and Austin Rice here in the top of the first inning. So a big opportunity for both teams here to put together a clean game, build confidence for Saturday as the section tournament gets underway. Lakers will be over in Granite Falls and Jaguars over in Dawson Boyd. Leading out for the Jaguars in the top of the first inning, the shortstop number 1, Griffin Howard. Almost did the blackjacks. I was so used to just talking about who their upcoming opponent was. First pitch comes at 4:30, temperature 50 degrees. So right on time, we're at 4:30 start. That ball's low from Kyler Post, 1-1, the count to Griffin Howard. Gets a swinging strike to get ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kyler Post up there working fairly fast. One thing of note, it is a little sloppy behind home plate. That ball comes across the low. 2-2 is our count. Had a lot of rain. I had a 1 inch and 3/4 at my house. Toombs, what'd you have? 1.9 at across town, so not just under 2 inches. That's a lot of rain over a 24-hour period. But even with all the rain, things did dry up fairly well. That ball's outside for a leadoff walk to Griffin Howard. Now batting center fielder, number 4, Tucker Fredine. So we'll see how aggressive the Jaguars get on the base paths with a leadoff runner on first base. Matt Griffin is stealing on the first pitch. That ball was called a strike. Or the pitch was a strike. Griffin Howard steals second base. So second batter into the game. Jaguars are threatening with a runner in scoring position. That pitch is right across the zone for strike number 2. Post is ahead in count 0-2. He was up 1-2 to Griffin Howard and ended up giving the leadoff walk, or giving up the leadoff walk. Now it counts 1 ball, 2 strikes. Post looks in, gets a sign. Looks over to Griffin Howard. Delivers home. Ground ball to the third baseman. Charging it is Logan Herrick. Fields it. Throws it wide. It's going to go down as an error. And Fredine just switches places with Griffin. Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Austin Rice. So Jaguars striker first in the top of the first inning. They're up 1-0. Number 3 batter up. Little check swing foul back. So the aggressive base running by Griffin Howard with the stolen base got him into scoring position, and then the error allowed him to score. That ball's drifting foul. Post is ahead again in the count, 0-2. He's had 0-2 and 1-2 in all 3 counts, or in all 3 at-bats. First batter reached on a walk, second one on an error. We'll see what happens on the third one. Little check swing foul. Count remains 0-2. Post delivers home. Catches the outside corner for strike number 3. Now batting left fielder, number 14, Jacob Savig. So Post won the battle. Tucker Ferdine on second base. Post delivers. That ball is hit right to Braylon Breifogel and tags him out for a double play. Heads up play by Breifogel. For the Jaguars on the top of the first inning, they score 1 run on 0 hits, 1 defensive error, and 0 runners left on base. Do it for the Lakers, Tegan Newman, Kyler Post, and Braylon Breifogel. So Jaguars strike first in the top of the first inning. They're ahead 1-0. We'll be back in the bottom of the half of the inning right after this.
Farmers typically only get one chance to plant their crop that they rely on for the year. At DJ's Planter Sales and Service LLC, we provide agricultural technologies and a top-notch service-first mentality, creating a more efficient and effective pass across the field. DJ's Planter Sales and Service is located 2 miles east of Cottonwood. Call Dale at 507-829-1220 or email us at djsplantersales@gmail.com.
We're entering the bottom of the first inning here at the Lakeview Athletic Complex. Jaguars scored 1 in the top of the first inning. Lakers got out of a jam with a line drive ball to the shortstop Braylon Breifogel, and then he tagged out Tucker Ferdine at second base for a double play, getting Lakers out of that jam. Lakers are going to send up Tegan Newman, Kyler Post, and Braylon Breifogel. We're to have our first defensive change for the Lakers. Kyler Post was pitching. He is now going to third base, or left field, and Dylan Karen will now pitch. Leading off for the Lakers in the bottom of the first inning, the catcher number 15, Tegan Newman. Strike 1 delivered from Connor Peterson. Swinging strike from Tegan Newman. He's now behind in the count, 0-2. Important here for the Lakers to try to get that 1 run back. Ground ball to the shortstop, fielded cleanly by Griffin Howard. Fires across the diamond to Kason Arterburn for out number 1. Now batting the left fielder, number 4, Kyler Post. Peterson looks in, gets a sign. Delivers a pitch right over the plate for strike number 1. Peterson looks in again, delivers the second pitch of the at-bat. He gets Kyler Post swinging. He's behind in the count, 0-2. Peterson working fairly fast, gets onto the mound, gets a sign. Delivers pitch number 3, foul tip from Kyler Post, staying alive. Count remains 0-2. Peterson delivers pitch number 4. Another foul ball from Kyler Post, stays alive. 0-2 is their count. So a lot of strikes so far from Connor Peterson. He's throwing 7 pitches. All 7 have been a strike. Imagine he's going to try to get Post to chase on this one. He did. Kyler laid off. That was a good pitch from Peterson. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Peterson agrees to the pitch. Delivers. Ball a little high, maybe inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kyler Post was behind in the count, 0-2. Now evened it up at 2-2. Peterson gets a sign, delivers. Ground ball to the shortstop, Griffin Howard. 2 for 2 from Griffin Howard. Now batting the shortstop, number 3, Braylon Breifogel. Braylon made the double play to end the top of the inning for the Jaguars, and he looks at pitch number 1 for a strike. Peterson has thrown a first pitch strike to all 3 batters. That's important to get ahead as a pitcher. Peterson delivers, gets Braylon swinging at that high pitch. 0-2 is our count. 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Jaguars are leading 1-0. Lakers looking to get their first runner. That ball is hit hard over the left fielder. He's retreating. Jacob Savick moving back. That goes over his head to the wall. Braylon Breifogel is going to stand up with a double. Now batting third baseman, number 5, Logan Herrick. Now with a runner in scoring position, Lakers have an opportunity to tie this game up. Single up the middle would do the trick here. Logan looks at ball 1. That's our first pitch from Peterson. That's not a first pitch strike to a batter. First 3 delivered strikes. That time was a ball to Logan Herrick. Peterson looks back at Breifogel, delivers a low, 2-0. Breifogel dancing around on second. Peterson delivers a low pitch. 3 balls, no strikes. Imagine Logan Herrick has a red light here. No matter where that pitch is, leave that bat on your shoulder. Peterson delivers a 3-0 count. And that was a strike, and Logan Herrick was taking all the way. Kind of easy as a pitcher to know that the batter's not going to be swinging. A little bit easier to throw that strike. Still not an easy thing to do, but just a little bit easier. That ball's fouled into the Renville County West dugout. Steve Agri was on his toes and danced out of the way safely. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. With 2 outs, Lakers have a runner on second base. They're trailing 1-0. Ball's hit to the right side. That's up in the air, giving chase to right fielder Braylon Hendricks. He's underneath it, and he does haul it in for out number 3. Lakers gave it a shot, but came up just short. For the Lakers in the bottom of the first inning, they score 0 runs on 1 hit, 0 errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 1, Jaguars 1, Lakers 0. Do it for the Jaguars, Connor Peterson, Kason Arterburn, and Hampton Hebrink. So after 1, Jaguars leading the Lakers 1-0. We'll be back with the top of the second inning right after this.
Patrick Mahomes, quarterback, Kansas City.
Travis Kelce, tight end, Kansas City.
Isaiah, meat manager, Hy-Vee.
At Hy-Vee, we hand select our beef, choosing only the finest cattle from the Midwest, which guarantees you get the most flavorful choice and prime steaks. So, for the best beef around,
leave it to the pros.
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I'd take it. Drink
Coming into the top of the second inning, Lakers have their first defensive change. We did mention it earlier, but Dylan Karen is now pitching Kyler Post in left field. Jaguars are going to send up Connor Peterson, Kason Arterburn, and Hampton Hebrink to start off the top of the second inning. Jaguars scored their run without a hit. Leadoff walk to Griffin Howard. He stole second base. And then a grounder from Tucker Ferdine thrown wide of the first baseman. And that's how Griffin Howard came around and scored. And then Jacob Savig hit into an inning-ending double play with a line drive to the shortstop and then a tag out. Leading off for the Jaguars in the top of the second inning, the pitcher number 7, Connor Peterson. Karen's pitch comes in low. 1-0 is our count to Connor Peterson, so it's pitcher versus pitcher right now. Dylan delivers a little change up there, took a little bit off, got Peterson swinging. He was leaning a little bit. So that change of speed was effective there from Dylan Karen. Delivers that pitch low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Karen gets back on the mound, gets a sign, delivers. That ball's popped up. Has a chance, does Tegan Newman. He's going back. And yes, he did make the catch. Nice catch there from Tegan Newman at the warning track of the foul territory. Now batting the first baseman, number 24, Kaysen Arterburn. Didn't know which camera angle to have that one on there. I know, so. 1 out in the top of the second inning. Ball missing outside to the first baseman. Dylan looks in, gets a sign. Then his full windup. That one hits him. Now batting the catcher, number 13, Hampton Hebrink. So Jaguars now have a runner on first base after the hit by pitch. Hebrink stands in there. Dylan now working from the stretch. Ball misses high and inside. Karen looks in, gets a sign. Ball missing high, 2-0. Just not quite getting that release point. Everything's coming off a little bit high from Dylan. There, did a much better job getting over the top of that pitch. Got Hampton to swing at it and follow it straight back. 2 balls, 1 strike is the count. With Kaysen Arterburn on first base. That ball's low, 3 balls and 1 strike. And drew a walk, did Hampton. Now batting second baseman, number 2, Jacob Valdovinos. We'll have a courtesy runner, number 3. Courtesy running at first base, number 3, AJ Reyes. Now with 1 out. In the top of the second inning, Jaguars have runners on first and second. That pitch comes across high. 1-0. Valdovinos is the number 8 batter in the lineup for the Jaguars. Strike from Dylan Karen. When he gets over the top and releases at the high point, he throws well. That ball is hit hard to the left fielder. Coming in is Kyler Post. And Arterburn is going to be held up at third base. That loads the bases for the number 9 batter. Now batting the right fielder, number 8, Braylon Hendricks. So bases juiced for the number 9 batter. Dylan Karen back to his full windup. Ball's fouled over the backstop. 1 out. Lakers are playing up on the lines to cut the runner off at home. That ball is hit in front of the center field there. That's going to score one. Reyes had to hold up. He didn't know if the center fielder was going to catch that or not. So he did that. Perfect. Jaguars score one. Now batting leadoff batter and shortstop number 1, Griffin Howard. Griffin drew a walk in the top of the first inning. Ended up coming around and scoring the first run for the Jaguars. That's up foul over the dugout of the Lakers. Dylan Karen looks in, gets a sign. Ball misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Should say the pitch misses inside. That pitch that comes across low, bounces in there. Newman keeps it in front of him, keeping Reyes at third base. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out in the top of the second inning. Dylan Karen delivers. That ball is fouled. Fouled straight back over the backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Second inning. Jaguars leading 2-0. That's Breifogel moving back. We got a tag from third. He wasn't close. So a good catch from Breifogel and then getting the runner out at home. So 2 double plays by Braylon Breifogel. For the Jaguars in the top of the second inning, they score 1 run on 2 hits, 0 errors, and leave 2 runners on base. Do it for the Lakers, Dylan Karen, Easton Schmidt, and Brooks Smith. So the Jaguars score another run in the top of the second inning. They lead 2-0. We'll be back right after this.
Cottonwood Body Shop, owned by Taylor Benson, is your go-to place for all of your repair needs. From auto body repair to automotive refinishing, along with watercraft repair and gel coat and fiberglass repair. Taylor also paints, repairs, and welds aluminum and repairs plastic. Taylor's hidden talent is glass installation and windshield repair. For all of your repair needs, call Taylor Benson at 507-423-5431.
Jaguars holding a 2-0 lead going into the bottom of the second inning. They've ended both of their innings on double plays, both by Braylon Breifogel. In the first inning, Braylon caught a line drive and then tagged the runner at second. At the end of the top of the second inning, there was a fly ball to Braylon Breifogel, and then he cut the runner off, tagging up from third at home plate. So Jaguars have scored in both innings. They lead 2-0. Lakers are going to send up Dylan Karen, Easton Schmidt, and Brooks Smith. Leading off for the Lakers in the bottom of the second inning, pitcher number 2, Dylan Karen. Peterson out there to start his second inning of work. Throws a strike to start the inning off. Peterson delivers a ball low. Bounces away from Hampton Hebrink. Peterson gets a sign, working from the full windup. Got a little pop on that mitt, but missing the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Peterson looks in and gets a sign. That one's hit hard to the right center fielder. That's over the right fielder's head. Braylon Hendricks. Dylan Karen's pressing for 3. It's got to be a perfect throw. And he's in there safely with a triple. So aggressive base running from the Lakers pays off. Now batting, the second baseman, number 11, Easton Schmidt. the leadoff runner on third base. A good opportunity for the Lakers to cut this lead in half. Really want to get that runner in with nobody out. Easton Schmidt swung at the first pitch. He's behind 0-1. Ground ball to third baseman. Dillon has to stay back. Unable to go anywhere. That ball was hit to Austin Rice, and he made a nice play over to first base to get the out. Now batting center fielder, number 17, Brooks Smith. Good play from Austin Rice to get the out and keep Dylan Karen at third base. We got a strike offered. Oh no, now they got Dylan in a pickle. That one gets away. And Dylan gets back safely. So we do have a strike offer from Brooks Smith. And then Dylan got himself out of a jam as the ball bounced off of the glove from Hampton Hebrink. That allowed Dylan to get back to third base safely. We'll see if the Lakers attempt another safety squeeze. Ball's popped up over the dugout. 0-2, that's going to take the bunt out of play. Peterson delivers the pitch high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A rare ball from Peterson. 20 strikes, only 8 balls from him. And he gets Brooks Smith looking for out number 2. Now batting the first baseman, number 12, Jared Luwaji. So with the Lakers got the leadoff runner on third base with nobody out. And now the next 2 batters after him have got out. Jared Luwaji with an opportunity here to get the Lakers on the board. He's now behind 0-1. Peterson delivers. Foul ball. Peterson working from the full windup again with the runner on third base. Ground ball. Nice stab by Austin Rice. Fires across the diamond for out number 3 and getting the Jaguars out of a jam. For the Lakers in the bottom of the second inning, 0 runs on 1 hit, 0 errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 2, Jaguars 2, Lakers 0. Do it for the Jaguars, Tucker Ferdine, Austin Rice, and Jacob Savig. So Lakers got the leadoff runner on third base and came up short to not get him across. They trail 2-0. We'll be back in the top of the third inning right after this.
Frank, you got a copy?
Coming in the top of the third inning, Jaguars have a 2-0 lead. They scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and have held the Lakers scoreless in both innings. The Lakers have scored, or have 2 hits on the day, and have left 2 runners on base. This is going to be the last inning for Dylan Karen. He's thrown 21 pitches so far. Just got to keep those arms saved for Saturday. I would imagine Peterson is going to be done for RCW, but maybe he'll have 1 more. Leading off for the Jaguars in the top of the third inning, the center fielder, number 4, Tucker Fredine. Peterson has thrown 32 pitches. Ball high and inside. Tucker reached on the error in the first inning. On that error, Griffin Howard came around and scored to get the Jaguars up 1-0. Ball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Tucker Fredine. Dylan Karen delivers the pitch. Just missing the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike. One thing, notice here, Dylan Karen is working fast. On a chillier day, that's kind of nice for your defense. You can know that your pitcher is going to work fast for you and you're not going to get super chilly. Now batting, third baseman number 5, Austin Rice. Wonder if the Jaguars are going to get aggressive on the base paths and steal Fredine. He's off on the first pitch. Ball comes inside, ducking all the way is Austin Rice. So Fredine is going to get a stolen base. Oh, a nice diving attempt from Breifogel. Got past him into the left field. So a single by Austin Rice puts runners on first and third. Now batting in the left fielder, number 14, Jacob Savig. Jacob's 0 for 1 with a line drive. That's the one that was hit to shortstop rather than Breifogel, and then doubled out Fredine to end the inning. That was in the first inning. That's a foul ball. Straight down. Imagine we'll see Austin Rice off and running on this pitch. There he goes. That's going to be a foul ball, so Austin Rice is going to have to go back to first base. Steele could be on. See if Dylan Karen pays more attention to the runner at first base. No steal. That's a fly ball, left field, and foul. Some more signs from Steve Agri. Steele could be back on. He's going. And a strikeout. And no throw from Tegan Newman. They're just going to let him steal second. Now batting the pitcher, number 7, Connor Peterson. Fouled straight back. Connor's 0 for 1 with a flyout. It was just a pop-up to Tegan Newman behind home plate. Tegan made a nice catch right in front of the fence, right on the warning track. Ground ball to the third baseman, Logan Herrick. Double pumps. Does get him in time. Austin Rice and Tucker Fredine move up on the play. Now batting the first baseman, number 24, Kaysen Arterburn. Ball outside. Every time I see the name Arterburn, I want to say Afterburn. I have to just mentally talk myself out of it. Dylan Karen looks in, delivers his pitch. Ground ball foul down the third baseline, right in front of us in the press box. Is it 0-2? 2-1. Yeah, 2-1. That's what I had a ball in that first one. Pop up on the left side. That's drifting foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Arterburn was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. So it just becomes a plate appearance, not an at bat. An official at bat. Dylan Karen sets the delivery, pop up to the right side of the infield. Underneath it is the first baseman, Jared Gregoire, for out number 3. For the Jaguars in the top of the 3rd inning, they score 1 run on 1 hit, 0 errors, and 1 runner left on base. Do it for the Lakers, Connor Mosing, Tegan Newman, and Kyler Post. Jaguars get another run across in the top of the 3rd inning. They lead the Lakers 3-0. We'll be back at the bottom of the 3rd inning right after this.
Borges Sporting Goods is your source for all your sporting gear needs. From Little League to college athletics, we have you covered, including all intramural and collegiate sports, as well as hunting and fishing gear for the outdoor enthusiasts. We also offer personalized in-store embroidery and silkscreen services at competitive prices. Stop by Borges and visit our store to see a wide variety of sporting goods we have to offer. For sporting, hunting, and fishing gear at the highest quality for reasonable prices, call or stop by Borges Sporting Goods on East College Drive in Marshall.
Borges Sporting Goods.
Tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the...
Sorry about that delay coming back from that commercial break. We're getting some defensive changes for the Lakers in the top, or when we enter the top of the 4th inning. Braylon Breifolk will now be pitching. Tegan Newman will be moving to shortstop, and Dylan Karen will be behind the plate. Leading off for the Lakers in the bottom of the 3rd inning, the right fielder, number 14, Connor Mosing. Pitch comes across high, 1-0. Gets him swinging, 1 ball, 1 strike. That ball is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Getting the defensive changes on my program here. All set up. That ball is hit to the center fielder. Moving in is Tucker Fradine. Couple steps in. Ooh, that's going to fall in there. That drops or pops out of his glove. That's going to go down as a defensive error. And Connor Mosing reaches first base on the air. Now batting, leadoff batter and catcher number 15, Tegan Newman. Tegan's 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Ball's low. Or the pitch is low. 1-0. Time for the Lakers to turn up the pressure. Pickoff attempt. Standing back in safely is Connor Mosing. So saying it's time for the Lakers to put the pressure on the Jaguars. Imagine we'll get a little stolen base here at some point. Foul ball up in the air. Giving chase is the catcher, Hampton Hebrink. But it's a foul ball. Tegan Newman gets to go back and do it again. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peterson's thrown 38 pitches. The limit is 75, so you can be ready for Saturday. Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So maybe this will be the last inning that Peterson throws. He's doing a good job for the Jaguars, holding the Lakers scoreless so far through 2 innings. Now we're in the bottom of the 3rd. Pickoff attempt. Back in safely is Connor Mosing. That pitch is high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Peterson is working out of the stretch. He does seem to be more comfortable when he can work from a full windup. Mosing is stealing. That's a strikeout. And Mosing is in there safely. So Tegan Newman strikes out looking. Now batting the left fielder, number 4, Kyler Post. So there was the aggressiveness that I was looking at for the Lakers. Getting that stolen base, getting a runner in scoring position. Because every inning that goes by that you don't score a run, the pressure just starts to build and you start to press and it gets that much more difficult. Especially when they've been so close. That ball comes in low, Post swings over the top of it. He's behind 0-2. I wasn't looking at the pitch cam. It looked to cross the knees, but it must have been off the plate a little bit. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one does not miss. And that's strikeout number 2 in the 3rd inning. Now batting the shortstop, number 3, Braylon Breifogel. Braylon's 1 for 1. With a double, hit it over the left fielder's head. Ball inside. He accomplished that back in the bottom of the 1st inning and then was stranded at second base. Did not get any further. Double here would score a run. That ball is low. Oops. Hampton Hebrink backhands that one. Keeps it in front of him. Or actually caught it. Not allowing it to get to the backstop. Peterson with a look back. That ball is hit to left fielder. Giving chase is Savig. And this time he hauls it in. Does not get over his head. For the Lakers in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 0 runs on 0 hits, 1 defensive error, and 1 runner left on base. After 3, Jaguars 3, Lakers 0. Do it for the Jaguars, Hampton Hebrink, Jacob Valdovinos, and Braylon Hendricks. So after 3, Jaguars are leading 3-0. We'll be back with the top of the 4th inning right after this.
But what if we harness the power of collaboration? Imagine what we could achieve. Here at Farmward, we don't have to imagine. We're already doing it every single day. We are a family supporting families, cultivating strong communities, so that through the power of collaboration, anything is possible. Together, we are Farmward Cooperative, advancing farming for generations.
Now pitching for the Lakers, number 3, Braylon Breifogel. Moving to shortstop, number 15, Tegan Newman. And now catching number 2, Dylan Karen. So welcome back to the Lakeview Athletic Complex. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Lakers trailing 3-0. Jaguars have scored 1 run in every inning so far. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the 3rd. Hopefully the Lakers can put a halt to that with a new pitcher in Braylon Breifogel. Leading off for the Jaguars in the top of the 4th inning, the catcher, number 13, Hampton Hebrink. So Braylon gets his first inning of work. That's a fly ball to the center fielder. Moving to his right is Brooks Smith. And finally hauls that one in for out number 1. Now batting the second baseman, number 2, Jacob Valdivinos. Ball misses inside. 1-0. 2 Valdivinos. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Behind it, or now the count is even at 1-1. A little bit of smoke there from Braylon Breifogel. He's ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gets a sign. Little change up on that one. Dribbler to the second baseman, Easton Schmidt. Fields it cleanly and gets a speedy Valdivinos by a step. Now batting the right fielder, number 8, Braylon Hendricks. Now we got a Braylon to Braylon. Braylon on the mound, Braylon batting. Breifogel gets ahead in the count, 0-1. Hendricks, he's 1 for 1 with a single. He has 1 of the 3 hits for the Jaguars. Ball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Counts now even at 2-2. Breifogel kind of tried to come in with a little change up there, maybe a little breaking ball. Imagine he'll come back with a fastball right here. Just missing the zone. Full count to the number 9 batter, Braylon Hendricks. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Ball low. Draws a walk to bring up Griffin Howard. Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Griffin Howard. He's stealing. That's a ground ball to the second baseman, Easton Schmidt. He might not have a play. It's going to be safe. So the grass is just so wet that eats that up. That's going to be an infield single for Griffin Howard. Now batting the center fielder, number 4, Tucker Fredine. Any ground ball just dies. And the speed of Griffin Howard made Easton Schmidt try to play that a little bit faster than he wanted to. And unable to make the play. A little high throw to Jared Luwaji. But nonetheless, it is a single, not an error. And now we got an 0-1 count to Tucker Fredine. Stealing third. That's a fly ball to the center fielder. Diving, missing it. Hendricks all the way home. And Griffin to third base. So Brooks Smith tried to make an amazing catch on that one, just out of his diving attempt. And it's going to go down as a single and an RBI. Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Austin Rice. Austin Rice is 1 for 2. Stealing second base. That's a fly ball. That's between the left fielder and center fielder. That's going to score 2. And Austin Rice is on second with a stand-up double and a 2 RBI double at that. Now batting the left fielder, number 14, Jacob Savig. That's another hard hit ball. That's getting over the left fielder's head. That's one. That hit the fence in the air. It's going to be a stand-up double and an RBI double for Jacob Savig. So back-to-back doubles for the Jaguars. Now batting the pitcher, number 7, Connor Peterson. Yeah, the Jaguars are doing this out with 2 outs. Ball's fouled over the backstop. Started out the inning with a fly out to center field and then a 4-3 ground out. And then a walk and a single, double. That ball is to the right fielder. Underneath it is Connor Mosing. He brings it in for out number 3. For the Jaguars in the top of the 4th inning, they score 4 runs on 4 hits, 0 errors, and 1 runner left on base. Do it for the Lakers, Logan Herrick, Dylan Karen, and Easton Schmidt. So the Jaguars put up a crooked number in the top of the 4th inning. They match any number with 4 runs. They lead 7-0. We'll be back in the bottom of the 4th inning right after this.
Infinity Ag, located in Hanley Falls, Minnesota, is your trusted source of Pioneer seed. Infinity Ag serves area farmers with Pioneer seed sales and treatment, chemical sales, as well as drone services. Our focus is helping farmers boost productivity, profitability, and sustainability. We deliver great Pioneer products right to your field. Infinity Ag proudly supports Lakeview athletics and activities.
Go Lakers!
Yeah, let's go put some miles on it. Back of the city with the end.
So now we've got I keep pushing the wrong button. Here we go. So welcome back to the Lakeview Athletic Complex. We now have a new pitcher for the Jaguars. Now pitching is Austin Rice, and moving to third base is Connor Peterson. Now pitching for the Jaguars, number 5, Austin Rice. Moving to third base, number 7, Connor Peterson. Oh, Logan Herrick is up. Not. Oh, I gotta push that button. There we go. Leading out for the Lakers in the bottom of the 4th inning, the third baseman, number 5, Logan Herrick. Logan Herrick stands up there. He's 0 for 1. Flew out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike number 1 from Austin Rice. Austin Rice made some nice plays at third base for the Jaguars. Ball inside. I want to say they are back in the 2nd inning with a leadoff triple from Dylan Karen. And then a line drive right off of Valdivinos' glove. That's going to go down as a single. That was a hard hit ball. Now batting the catcher, number 2, Dylan Karen. Dylan Karen, 1 for 1 with the triple. Back in the 2nd inning. Pickoff attempt, sliding back in safely is Logan Herrick. And then Dylan was stranded at third base. Stealing is Logan Herrick. Don't know what that pitch was called, but is a strike, Toombs. So we got a 0-1 count to Dylan Karen, a straight steal from the Lakers. They're trailing 7-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ball missing inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, or the pitch misses inside. Ball inside. Austin Rice does throw hard. Slightly harder than Peterson, I would say. They both throw a nice ball. That's going to be a dead ball and a hit by a pitch. Dylan Karen reaches first base. Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Easton Schmidt. Going to have a mound visit. That was a quick visit from the Jaguars head coach, Steve Agri. Easton Schmidt's over one with the ground out. We had a softball come into play here. They're just practicing over there and it made it over. Whoops, I pushed the wrong button. There we go. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. He gets them at second. Going to be not going to be a double play. And Logan Herrick's going to score on the error. So it's going to go down as a fielder's choice with an out at. It's going to take me a little bit. Now batting in center fielder, number 17, Brooks Smith. So Lakers score their first run. Foul ball. On the fielder's choice, getting the runner out at second. And then on the relay to first base, going to go down as an error. And that allowed Logan Herrick to come around and score. We'll see if this can start an avalanche for the Lakers in the run column. One ball, one strike to Brooks Smith. Easton Schmidt on first base. Austin Rice looks over. And then comes home with the pitch, missing low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Brooks Smith struck out in his last at bat, looking to redeem himself. He's 0 for 1 today. A look over from Austin Rice at Easton Schmidt at first base. That's a hit by pitch. Brooks tried to dance out of the way of that one, unable to. Now batting the first baseman, number 12, Jared Luwaji. So with just 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning, Lakers have scored 1. They're threatening again with runners in scoring position, or a runner in scoring position. That pitch is low and outside, or inside. Jared Luwaji's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Pickoff attempt at second base. Good try. Griffin Howard got there, but throw was inside the base path, or inside the base, allowing Easton Schmidt to get there. Austin Rice gets a swinging strike out of Jared Luwaji. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. That's fouled over the backstop. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the number 8 batter, Jared Luwaji. Jared's playing first base for the Lakers today. And gets him looking with a low strike. Now batting the right fielder, number 14, Connor Mosing. Rice looks in. That ball is low and gets to the backstop, going to allow both runners to advance 90 feet. Chance for the Lakers to put up a crooked number, matching the Jaguars, who just scored 4 in the top of the 4th, to take the 7-1 lead. Guess at the time it was 7-0. Lakers did score 1 here in the bottom of the 4th, looking for another run, maybe 2. How about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? But they need to start here at number 2. Mosing looks at that pitch, counts now 2 balls and 1 strike. Actually getting a little blue sky out there now. Clouds are kind of breaking up. Pickoff attempt. That goes away from third baseman. That's going to be an error, allowing both runners to score. So Easton Schmidt is going to score on the throwing error from the pitcher. And Brooks Smith comes around on the same error. So Lakers score 2 without even having to put the ball in play. Trail 7-3. That 4-run inning in the top of the 4th inning. The difference right now in the game. Strike right at the knees. Counts even at 2-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ball high. Full count to the number 9 batter with Tegan Newman on deck. Followed that one straight back over the backstop. Rice delivers the full count pitch to the ground ball to the third baseman. Peterson fields it cleanly and scoops it over at first base. Kason Arterburn for out number 3. For the Lakers in the bottom of the 4th inning, they scored 3 runs on 1 hit, 2 defensive errors, and 0 runners left on base. After 4, Jaguars 7, Lakers 3. 2 up for the Jaguars, Kason Arterburn, Hampton Hebrink, and Jacob Valdovinos. So Lakers do get 3 of the 4 runs back in the bottom of the 4th inning. They trail the Jaguars 7-3. We'll be back with the top of the 5th inning right after this.
First Independent Bank, big enough to know business, small enough to know you.
Welcome back to the Laker Athletic Complex. New pitcher for the Lakers, Tegan Newman. I'll make that announcement. Now pitching for the Lakers, number 15, Tegan Newman. Moving to shortstop, number 3, Braylon Breifogel. And now in right field, number 10, Landon Listel. Leading off for the Jaguars in the top of the 5th inning, first baseman number 24, Kason Arterburn. We got to switch that. It's no longer Braylon. Nope. Shoot. What was the first pitch? Strike. All right, now we're caught up. Second pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kason Arterburn. He's 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in his first at bat and then flew out in his second. Strike 2 to the first baseman and the number 6 batter in the lineup for the Jaguars. Ground ball to the third baseman. That gets by Logan Herrick and reaches the left fielder, Kyler Post. Now batting the catcher, number 13, Hampton Hebrink. Hampton 0 for 1 with a walk and a flyout. Tegan Newman. His pitch comes across high. 1 ball, 0 strikes. Arterburn on first base with the leadoff single. Just getting past the outstretched glove of third baseman Logan Herrick. Pitch 2 comes across high, 2-0. Showing bunt, bunts it, and it drifts foul. So a good bunt from Hebrink, just off the foul line by about 2 inches. Another bunt attempt, pulls back as the pitch is outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Tegan Newman delivers a 3-1 pitch, foul ball down the third baseline, foul. Full count to the number 7 batter. Tegan Newman looks over at Arterburn at first base. Now comes home and gets him swinging for out number 1. Now batting second baseman number 2, Jacob Valdivinos. Jacob's 1 for 2. Does have a single. That ball is, her pitch is high and inside, 1-0. So we just had a balk call, allowing Arterburn to go to second base. So Newman was on the rubber, and the ball came out of his glove. That constitutes a balk. Sometimes as a pitcher, that can get to you, and it can get your nerves going. But a nice pitch from Newman after that balk. Comes back with another strike. He's ahead in the count, 1-2 now. And sometimes it motivates you to do even better. Maybe we'll see a strikeout here from Newman. There it was. Strikeout number 2 of the inning. Now batting the right fielder, number 8, Braylon Hendricks. So that balk call had an opposite effect on Newman. It didn't rattle him. It made him focus in and lock in. And there's our first ball since the balk, just missing the zone, 1-0. Ball outside, 2-0. Arterburn on second. Had a leadoff single. And then advanced to second base on the balk. 2-1 is our count to the number 9 batter, Braylon Hendricks. Fouled straight back. Counts even at 2-2. Temperature staying at 50 degrees with that 10-mile-an-hour wind out of the northwest. That's blowing pretty much straight in from center field to home plate. And 3 strikeouts after the leadoff single to end the inning for Tegan Newman. For the Jaguars in the top of the 5th inning, 0 runs on 1 hit, 0 errors, and 1 runner left on base. Do it for the Lakers, Tegan Newman, Kyler Post, and Braylon Breifogel. So it's the first inning that the Jaguars failed to score a run. Lakers trail the Jaguars 7-3 going into the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Laker Athletic Complex. In today's Camden Conference matchup between the Renville County West Jaguars and the Lakeview Lakers. Jaguars leading Lakers 7-3. Jaguars scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 4 in the fourth. Lakers scored 3 in the fourth, and that's where we're sitting at 7-3. Jaguars have 8 hits, Lakers have 3. Leading off for the Lakers in the bottom of the 5th inning, the pitcher, number 15, Tegan Newman. Ball low. I think I just saw a Twins score that they lost 5-1 to Cleveland. So that ends Cleveland's losing streak. Ground ball to third base, side foul. Did they win the first game today, Toombs? Yes. They did. They won 6-5. Yep. Ball's hit to the right fielder, Braylon Hendricks. Couple steps in, couple to his right, and that's out number 1. Now batting the left fielder, number 4, Kyler Post. Kyler stands in there 0 for 2, looking for his first hit. Lakers have 3 and 3 runs. First pitch swinging, went after it, just missed it. Behind in the count, 0-1. Austin Rice is throwing 27 pitches. Ground ball, foul down third baseline. Right in front of the head coach, Kurt Shakey, coming over. Connor Peterson picks it up. Gets it back to his pitcher. Austin Rice looks in. That ball is hit hard to the left fielder. A couple steps back, retreating. And Jacob Savig hauls that one in for out number 2. So a hard hit ball, but just right at the left fielder. Now batting the shortstop, number 3, Braylon Breifogel. Braylon's 1 for 2 with a double and a fly out. His last fly ball was to the left fielder, Jacob Savig. And his double was hit over Savig's head. So tendency of Breifogel is to pull the ball in today's game. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's always looking to get a pitch early in the count. Just didn't like that one, but called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now he can't be picky. He's got to be aggressive. Ground ball down third baseline, foul. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Breifogel goes after it, and strikeout caught by Hampton for out number 3. So Lakers go down in order. For the Lakers in the bottom of the fifth inning, they go 3 up and 3 down after 5. Jaguars 7, Lakers 3. Do it for the Jaguars, Griffin Howard, Tucker Fredine, and Austin Rice. So both teams don't score any runs in the bottom or in their halves of the inning. Jaguars lead 7-3. We'll be back right after this.
Steady. Reliable. Strong. The same things you want from your sports team, you want from your insurance company. Well, we're here to tell you that we've got your back to protect what matters most. So support your mutual with pride, and we'll serve you with honor. North Star Mutual Insurance Company. A personable company, keeping you on course. Proud supporter of Lakeview Athletics.
Welcome back to the top of the sixth inning. Jaguars leading the Lakers 7-3 in this final matchup of the regular season. Jaguars will be heading over to Dawson Boyd on Saturday at 11 a.m. to take on the Blackjacks. The Lakers will be heading to Granite Falls on Saturday to take on the YME Sting at 11 a.m. Both teams are looking to get their first win of the season today here and carry that momentum into the playoffs. Try to get some things going there. Leading off for the Jaguars in the top of the sixth inning, leadoff batter and shortstop number 1, Griffin Howard. Griffin Howard's 1 for 2. He's with a single and a walk. He's also scored 2 runs for the Jaguars. Tegan Newman gets him swinging to start the top of the sixth inning. 0-1 is our count to the leadoff batter, Griffin Howard. Played shortstop all day long. Imagine he's probably can throw too. But he did something to his finger, so he was slotted to start the game. Oh, he might be safe. Ooh. That was a very close play. If you'd have ruled him safe, I would have been no argument on my end here. Now batting the center fielder, number 4, Tucker Fredine. What do you think, Toombs? It was close. That's a PC answer right there. Yep, that could have gone either way. I thought he was safe. Ball low, 1-0. Regardless of how close that was, he's fast, isn't he? That Griffin Howard. Wow, he gets down the line. Strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2, Tucker Fredine. He's 1 for 2. Also, he's got 2 runs scored. So the top of the lineup for the Jaguars have scored 4 of the 7. And Fredine is behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Newman delivers. Foul ball over the backstop. We'll do the 1-2 account one more time. The blue skies have gone away. Filled in with some grayer clouds. Hopefully there's no rain in those clouds. And a strikeout looking for out number 2. Now batting the pitcher, number 5, Austin Rice. So Newman delivers the first pitch to Austin Rice. That pitch is low. Austin Rice is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. He has 2 RBIs and 1 run scored. Ball's hit hard to the center fielder, Brooks Smith. A couple steps back and brings that one in for out number 3. For the Jaguars in the top of the 6th inning, they go 3 up and 3 down. Do it for the Lakers, Logan Herrick, Dylan Cairn, and Easton Schmidt. So Lakers get the Jaguars to go 3 up and 3 down. We're entering the bottom of the 6th inning. Lakers trail 7-3. We'll be right back.
The Schaefer's 5 generations of towing began in 1920 in Renville, a small town in western Minnesota. It all started with one tow truck and a phone number that was only 3 digits long. Today, the Schaefer's provide towing and roadside services across the nation and have over 100 pieces of equipment. Everyone asks me where the Pulver name comes from. My great-grandpa purchased Pulver Towing in the 1980s and chose to keep the name. The Schaefers and Pulver Towing have provided services for over 100 years, and we will continue to be there when you need them most. Pulver Towing, big or small, we tow them all.
Coming into the bottom of the 6th inning, Lakers looking to cut into the deficit. They're down to 2 innings, 6 outs remaining here in this final matchup of the 2025 regular season. Leading off for the Lakers in the bottom of the 6th inning, third baseman, number 5, Logan Herrick. So Logan Herrick's 1 for 2 with a single. He does have 1 run scored. Ball's popped up to the left side of the infield, giving chase as a third baseman. That's coming close to us. Where did that hit? I have no idea where that ball hit. It hit the fence? Where did the ball go? I have no idea. And that ball just like disappeared. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 the count to Logan Herrick. Foul ball. That's over the backstop. Now while I'm announcing. Thank you. 0-2 is the count. Austin Rice looks in. Gets a sign. Delivers the pitch high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. You got Logan Herrick swinging. He tried to hold up, but unable to, and went through the zone for strikeout number 1 of the inning. Now batting the catcher, number 2, Dylan Karen. Dylan's 1 for 1, the triple, and then hit by pitch. Ball high. 1-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lakers starting to run out of time to catch the Jaguars. Ball's high. 3-0 count to Dylan Karen. He's batting in the 5th slot. Taking all the way, a strike right at the knees from Austin Rice. Austin working from the full windup. It's not quite a leadoff walk, but with 1 out, Lakers get a runner on with the walk from Dylan Karen. Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Easton Schmidt. Rice looks in, gets Schmidt swinging, kind of out on his front foot. Just needs to sit back and let the pitch come to him. 0-1 the count with 1 out. Dylan Karen stealing. That's going to be pop up to the second baseman. Dylan's got to retreat fast. He's back safely after the pop up to Jacob Valdivinos. So alert base running from Dylan Karen to get back to first base without being doubled up. Now batting the center fielder, number 17, Brooks Smith. Dylan stealing second. He slides in safely. So we'll have a 1-0 count to Brooks Smith. Wasn't that a ball? I think it was a ball. Pop up to the right side of the infield. Retreating is Kason Arterburn. And he brings it in for out number 3. Nice catch there from Arterburn, moving backwards. For the Lakers in the bottom of the 6th inning, 0 runs on 0 hits, 0 errors, and 1 runner left on base. Due up for the Jaguars, Jacob Savig, Connor Peterson, and Kason Arterburn. After 6, Jaguars 7, Lakers 3. So going in the top of the 7th inning, Lakers find themselves in a hole. They need to hold the Jaguars and then get into the bottom of the inning to tie it up or take the...
Did you know the Lakeview Booster Club supports the communities of Cottonwood and Wood Lake in addition to supporting the Lakeview School District? The mission of the Booster Club is to be a supporting organization for all Lakeview extracurricular, co-curricular, and Lakeview-affiliated enrichment programs. The Lakeview Booster Club is proud to be the main supporter of all Lakeview athletic, fine arts, and school activity live streams. Please consider supporting the Lakeview Booster Club by scanning our QR code on the screen or visiting lakeviewboosterclub.com.
And welcome back to the top of the 7th inning. Lakers have now made a change. Now pitching is Logan Herrick. And then moving over to third base is Tegan Newman. We'll make that change here in 1 second. There we go. Oops. So Jaguars are going to send up Jacob Savig, Connor Peterson, and Kason Arterburn. They're holding on to a 4-run lead. We do have what could be some rain clouds overhead right now. Little cool breeze with it. But hopefully nothing comes out of the rain here. We will have the JV game after this. No announcing on that one, but we'll keep the stream alive for you if you want to stay tuned. We might even bring up a senior here for a player of the game. Having a good game today. Now batting for the Jaguars, lead off the top of the 7th inning. The left fielder, number 14, Jacob Savig. Logan Herrick delivers a first pitch strike. There's the rain, right on cue. Perfect. I don't have that camera covered in the outfield, so if this rain continues, we may actually end up killing the stream after the varsity game here and getting the equipment out of the way. We'll see what happens here. Foul ball over to the softball field. One, two, Toombs. There's a ball in there. Foul ball. Yeah, with this rain, unfortunately, we will kill the stream probably. We're fine with that camera now, but yeah, we'll go get it right afterwards here. There's a line drive to the second baseman for out number 1. Now batting the third baseman, number 7, Connor Peterson. Get some swinging for strike number 1. Strike two to the number 5 batter. Connor Pearson's 0 for 3. Looking to join the hit brigade from the Jaguars. They have 8 hits so far, but none from him. That ball comes in low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So yes, if you are going to be looking for the JV stream, we will be killing it after this varsity game here as the rain is moving in and making things a lot more difficult on the equipment here. So our apologies for that. But we'll battle through this game as we're in the 7th inning. Strike at the knees for out number 2. And don't worry, Corey, we're not going to kill it now. We're going to stay through the varsity. Now batting the first baseman, number 24, Kaysen Arterburn. And Trey, you can take my golf cart and go out there and ground ball to the third baseman, Braylon Breifogel. Fires across the diamond for out number 3. For the Jaguars in the top of the 7th inning, they go 3 up and 3 down. Do it for the Lakers. Jared Lowaji, Landon Listel, and Tegan Newman. So the Lakers down to their final 3 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. And we'll be back right after this. Well, welcome back to the bottom of the 7th inning where Lakers are batting. We'll get that switched. A little bit of water on everything here. They're going to send up, it's not Brooks Smith, Jared Luwaji, Landon Listel, and then the top of the lineup. Leading out for the Lakers in the bottom of the 7th inning, the first baseman, number 12, Jared Luwaji. That ball is grounded to the shortstop, Griffin Howard. Gets him for out number 1. Now batting the right fielder, number 10, Landon Listel. Ball high and inside. Where are we at? 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike 2. To the number 9 batter, Landon Listel. This is his first at bat. He came in for Connor Mosing, who started in right field. That's going to be a strikeout. Gets to the backstop. Are they going to have a play at first? So he's going to reach. Be a wild pitch. Strikeout. Now batting, leadoff batter and third baseman, number 15, Tegan Newman. Pop up on the infield. Underneath it is the pitcher, Austin Rice. Actually, drifting into foul territory to make the out. Now batting the left fielder, number 4, Kyler Post. Foul ball. It is a steady rain right now, isn't it? Well, we're making it through. We got 2 outs. Lakers down to their final out. 2 strikes remaining. With Kyler Post up, he's 0 for 1. Ball high. Pops out of the glove from Hebring. Ballisto is moving back to first base, unable to advance. Probably could have advanced, but unable to. But Lakers need more than that 1 run right there. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here to Kyler Post, number 2 batter in lineup for the Lakers. He's their last hope. And goes down swinging for the final out. Yep, go get it. For the Lakers in the bottom of the 7th inning, 0 runs on 0 hits, 0 errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 7, and your final score, Renville County West 7, Lakeview 3. For the Jaguars, they score 7 runs on 8 hits, 3 defensive errors, and leave 5 runners on base. For the Lakers, they score 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 defensive error, and 5 runners left on base. Time of the game, 1 hour and 35 minutes. Coming up next is the JV game. If you have anybody at home wanting to watch that, we are actually going to stop the stream due to the rain. So our apologies on that, but thank you for coming out, and stay tuned for a JV. Well, we're going to bring up our player of the game here. We're going to bring up Dylan Karen here. They might not be doing JV. They might not be doing JV anyway. Okay. Covering up the diamond. All right. What was that? I'm going to interview him right now. Here we go. We've got our player of the game here coming up. We got Dylan Karen here. Let's see if we can you hear me, Dylan?
Yep, I can.
All right, here we go. We got our camera right there.
All right, perfect.
All right, awesome. Hey, not a bad game today from you guys.
Yeah, I mean,
we battled right with them. Just that 1 inning there gave up those 4 runs.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that triple. So you hit the ball hard, and what were you? Because you hustled to get that third base on that one. What were you thinking throughout that at bat?
Well, first pitch I think I took was a strike, and I thought that one was mine. I should have swung first pitch, but then I sat down and waited on that second one, and I hit it. And as soon as off the bat, I knew I had to get 3. And then I heard Brennan, our first base coach, yelling, "Get 3, get 3!" So I just hauled until it was there.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good at bat. Now, when you're on third base, I think you guys maybe had like a safety squeeze on.
Yep.
Something like that. So Brooks misses the bunt.
Yeah.
You're kind of caught in no man's land.
Mm-hmm.
What's going through your mind now? You're trapped.
Right, yeah. Well, I don't know if I can say that on live stream, but I was like, oh, now what am I going to do? So then I slipped in the wet grass. So I start going back, and then they throw it down to third, and then I had to go back to home, and then I don't know, it was a bad throw home, and then Kurt's yelling, "Get to 3, get back," and then I was in.
Yeah, it popped out of the catcher's glove there.
Yeah.
Allowed you to get back to third base on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so kind of an interesting sequence of events there for you. Yeah. So we're kind of wrapping up your senior year. You just had graduation on Friday. So looking at baseball, what are some of your favorite memories from baseball over the years?
Favorite memories, probably either when Jordan or Taven would hit home runs, and then we'd just run out to home plate and have some fun with them there.
Those are good things. Any pregame rituals that you have?
No, not really. Just throwing with Logan. He's my go-to guy to play catch with, so yeah.
Awesome. Well, now Saturday you guys have YME
right
at 11 o'clock in Granite Falls.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, good luck to you, Dylan.
Thank you.
Let's keep that season going here.
Alrighty, thank you.
Good job today, Dylan.
Thank you.
There we go. There's Dylan Karen, today's player of the game. And that's going to do it for our final stream of the 2024 season here at the Lakeview Athletic Complex. We'll be back strong in the fall with volleyball and football. My name is Phil Lallum. Have yourselves a great evening, and thank you for watching Laker Events on YouTube.